Hello, I'm Nikita Botra, and I'm here to introduce you to Cryptographic Engineering by Neil Ferguson. Crypto means hidden, and graphene means writing, basically, hidden writing. For our understanding, we assume two superconscious people, Alice and Bob, who wants to exchange secrets. Alice decides to send a message, but Eve, the eavesdropper, wants to hear it. Hence, Alice encrypts it by simply converting it to some other form like numbers, symbols, and Bob decrypts it with the key he has and understands the message. Yep, that's it. That's cryptography. Moving on, we define two important aspects of cryptography: encryption and authentication. Encryption ensures that Eve does not understand the message at all. Authentication ensures that Eve does not alter the message, like update, delete, or delete the message. Encryption is generally uses a function to convert the plain text to ciphertext. The function is generally a mathematical algorithm. Eavesdropper can maximum know the length and the time of the time sent, but nothing more than that. Kirchhoff's principle states that security of encryption scheme must depend only on the secrecy of the key and not on the secrecy of the algorithm. Hence, it states that don't trust secret algorithms. Algorithms are generally embedded in the system and are very difficult and nearly impossible to change with periodically and makes the system very vulnerable. Moving on, we have authentication. Authentication uses a message authentication code. It's fixed size and is sent with an arbitrary sized message. It is combined with numbering sequence to avoid the deletion of messages. There are various forms: CBC MAC, HMAC, GMAC, which are used to build a MAC with different algorithms. Next, we have digital signatures. It is as simple as the fact that you sign a document and stamp it. The it is a public key equivalent of MACs. The signed message is sent and a verification algorithm is used, hence a secret key is required to create a signature and public key is required to decrypt. The problem is that it is signed by a computer and not the person, and hence it's very difficult to authenticate. The types of attacks. Ciphertext only is the most difficult kind of attack because you don't have any information, only the ciphertext. Known plain text. Generally the plain text has the words hi, how are you sincerely, thank you. It's easy to know it's easy to decrypt the message if you know the plain text. Similar, now we have chosen plain text. We decide to send Alice a message because we know that she's going to forward it to Bob or react to it. And hence corresponding ciphertext can be obtained and decryption becomes simpler. Similar line goes chosen ciphertext. Another form would be information leakage. Basically, like we talked, the length and time of the text is known and it makes the device vulnerable. There's side channel attacks where the attack is based on information gained from the physical implementation of our crypto system. Moving on, we have block ciphers. Block cipher basically, for example, we have a table here where a plain text is given and the corresponding obtained ciphertext is given. The ciphertext, suppose ciphertext BEA, the corresponding plain text is, yeah, right, gap. It's where we basically see that the plain text has been shifted in the ciphertext by one block. This is simple by ciphertext. Block ciphers can be DES and AES. DES is data encryption standard. There is a standard key size of 56 bits and block size of 64 bits. Now there is 3 DES where we encrypt, decrypt, and encrypt just for security measures. This is feasible cipher, that is, it is symmetric and hence it is slow. Hence we define AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, where parallelism is the key. It makes this high implementation high speed and easy. Rajendale, Serpent, Twofish, Mars are the examples. But the problem with block ciphers is that they do not provide variation of length. Hence, we use block cipher modes. We break the plain text into B bit blocks and apply cipher on each block. No authentication is guaranteed. Length of plain text should be an exact multiple of the block size, and padding can be used to ensure this. There are various modes: ECB, CBC, OFP, CTR, combined encryption, and authentication modes. Basically, an algorithm is used to convert each of them. The problem here is information leakage and chances of collision. Hash functions convert an arbitrary long string of bits to fixed size result. Hash functions are typically between 128 to 1024 bits. They are called message digest function, and they are collision resistant, but the length extension and partial message in collision are a real headache. Examples would be MD5 SHA. One of the most important features of cryptography is the randomness of the key. Suppose we have two machines, machine 1 and machine 2. Machine 1 generates letters with the equal probabilities, whereas machine 2 generates letters as given. Now, suppose we ask you to predict the next alphabet in the sequence. Which machine do you think requires the minimum number of questions? Yeah, you are right, it's machine 2. It generates more information because there is less uncertainty. It's simple. This measure of uncertainty is called entropy, and the unit used is bits. Fortuna has been explained very well in the book. However, sharing the key between Alice and Bob was much simpler. In real life, there are more hundreds of Alices and Bobs, and sharing the 100 keys and logging each key is very difficult. To resolve this problem, we introduce public key cryptography, wherein a key to encrypt a message is different from the key to decrypt a message, and that's it. That's the principle. This is called asymmetric key encryption. There's a secret key and there's a public key. However, you cannot trust a public key because who knows it is authenticated or not, or maybe it is fabricated. We have a certificate authority which keeps a track and log of all the keys and authenticates them. There are three levels to it: top level, low level, and users. However, CA must be trusted by everybody, but there is a liability issue because if CA goes down, everyone goes down. Nowadays, VeriSign is a CA in demand. We introduced Diffie-Hellman for this key discrete a modular function, discrete logarithm is used, wherein an example is provided: 3 square mod 17 gives 9. Prime model is P and generator is 3. Now, there are three people: Alice, Eve, and Bob. Alice generates its own private number 15, and Bob generates its own private number 13. Alice encrypts its private number, sends it to Bob. Eve also eavesdrops and gets a 6. Bob does the same thing, sends 12 to both of them, to Alice, and Eve, of course, gets it. So now, Alice encrypts the received number with the private number and gets a 10. Similarly, Bob does the same thing. Hence, Alice and Bob are on the same page because they both have the same key. However, Eve is confused with a 6 and a 12 and don't know what to do. Next is the RSA. It's a defined version. It has a trapdoor one-day function because m raised to e mod an example, again the logarithm function. It's difficult to compute if you know n and e from m, but the factorization of n is not known. N is a composite number with p and q are sufficiently large numbers and prime numbers. To save time, we can use CRT, but yeah. Problem is if the message is too short, no modular reduction takes place and hence can be decrypted easily. Thank you. Cryptography Engineering Made Simpler. The book contains much more information which will serve as a foundation to your career in cryptography and security. Conceptual knowledge is the pioneer of progress and success. Learn and spread the word. Thank you.